Welcome to my channel, everybody. My name is Hush, also known as the Empress of Cups. Welcome to my channel. Y'all, happy Thanksgiving, first and foremost, to all of you that celebrate it. Honestly, y'all, I'm not that big on Thanksgiving anymore, to be honest with you. I'm just so worn out. The last couple of years have not been that great in terms of the holidays. We had some major deaths in the family between Thanksgiving and Christmas over the last couple of years. Actually, Thanksgiving through February. So it's kind of weird. Two of those deaths were, my own dad and his sister, falling between those holidays. And of course, I live with my grandmother, and these were her children. So it's just kind of weird. And plus, I'm just not feeling it. These days, I'm usually just tired. So I usually take this time to kind of tap in with the collective, see if there's any messages. So let's see what's going on, okay? I really don't have much that I want to be nosy about, but I really wanted to do this little boon casting for you guys. So let's see what's in the ethers for you guys, okay? So spirit guides and sisters of the highest form of light and thanks for the dark that mean our highest good. What is the message? Okay, we already got... Okay. So we got quite a few things that fell out. And there were some things that fell off board. So I never read anything that is off board. All right. So first and foremost, what we're looking at is your current situation. So this is going to be the first quadrant right here. Going into the second quadrant, we got head space, then we got heart space, and then we have just some overall advice in the final outcome. So starting off the bat, we have the brass mermaid here going into the first and third quadrant. So we're going to get there real quick. So for a lot of y'all out there, it's a need for grounding right now, as we can see with the honey calcite. For some of you, this is the time for you to really be tapping into more or less your creative energy, really just grounded down with the energy shifts that are going on. Now, for some of you, you've been doing a lot of internal personal work. And for some of you, you've just been feeling kind of antsy, right? Like you just kind of want to sit down and figure out, I'm hearing the song by Diana Ross, Where Are You Going? Do you know what you're driving to? Or something like that. It's what I'm hearing. So, for some of you, I'm hearing like, this ain't it. I know this ain't it. Okay. So you're really contemplating where you are in your life or what is it that you want. For some of you, you've experienced a lot of boredom, right? And so Spirit is asking you to do is like either write that down or type that out or, find a way to express that frustration. I know a lot of you have been doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of deep diving, especially in the heart space. But Spirit is also saying, do yourself a favor and like channel what you're feeling right now into more creative aspects, right? And for some of you out there, I'm also hearing it, like you really need to tap into your root chakra energy. Okay. There's a lot of, I don't want to say emotional turmoil, but again, it just goes back into not necessarily a sense of feeling lost, but feeling like things are just not going your way. It's almost like you're stuck on pause, right? It's like you've been playing the game, you've been super Marioing, right, for such a long time, but now it's almost like you're hitting a wall, right? So Spirit is saying part of getting through that wall is tapping into your creativity, but knowing that everything is going to be okay, and then asking yourself, where are you not challenging yourself? That's how you're going to bust through that door, right? And because we're seeing the mermaid in the heart space as well, definitely been doing a lot of heart healing, kind of challenging yourself with some things. For some of you, I'm hearing, I forgot what that song is. I'm hearing, I'd rather Charleston. Okay, so there's a verse where it says, take a look and step into something new, right? So for some of you out there, because this mermaid is facing head first into this quadrant, Spirit might be challenging you to try something new in your heart space. That doesn't necessarily mean, going outside of the box, right? Not necessarily going outside of what you like, but challenging yourself. There's always something new in that genre, right? For some of you, it's asking you, where are like the type of connections that you're making, right? Are they fulfilling your soul in some way? Like, what is it that you're going to need really tapping in with your heart. What type of person are you asking for, or what type of need is not being fulfilled, right? When it comes to heartfelt connections, whether that's, romantic relationships, whether that's business relationships, what is it that you need? These are the things that you need to be honest with yourself with. And for some of you, writing that down is going to help you, because right here, going between the first and second quadrant, we have the rose quartz as well. So there's a lot of healing that is taking place for you, but, Spirit saying you're not necessarily done. Like, they want you to be very, very clear, all right, about what it is, but be calm, okay? Now, for others of you out there, this rose quartz is kind of giving me like sweet surrender. And for me, it's giving me more of a feminine aspect. So feminines, you're going to have to find yourself in a space of complete surrender to get these answers. Okay. Running around, moving about is really not going to do it for you, because here we go in the headspace. For some of you, you feel like you're doing too much, right? It's not that. Okay, feminines, it's not that you're doing too much. It's just that you're not paying attention enough, right, to the more emotional aspects of yourself. For some of you, you feel like your emotions are too much, right? Asking for what it is that you need, that's going to be very important. Or you're limiting yourself some way. And that could even be mentally, right? But calm down. You have to be in a complete space of surrender at this moment. And then we have the Unikite here as well. So here we go again with that grounding, right? So in your heart space, which is Unikite is also a heart chakra stone, right? Oh, I'm hearing halo. You're everything I need and more. It's spitting all over your face. Okay, so for some of you out there, okay, whether you are masculine or feminine, I'm hearing like somebody can see your halo, okay? You could have somebody watching after you, or there's somebody that you could long for. I don't know if you are in union as of yet. Do I feel like it's coming? Yes, however, that you kind of have to get out of your own way in this aspect. And I'm also hearing like a watched pot doesn't boil. So if this is somebody stop watching that pot. Okay, it's all coming together. But remember, both of you, okay, have other things that you need to be working on, okay, especially in your heart space. Clear out some old dander in your heart space. And for others of you, because we have the star here, but it's flipped over, so it's not showing its full potential. For some of you out there, it's almost as if you're not tapping into your full authenticity, and that's what's halting this connection. You got to be yourself, okay? I'm also hearing, if you want to know that want to let them know there's steak for dinner, you got to let them hear it sizzle, okay? That doesn't mean you have to show up in any type of way. What that means is, if you can't let that little light shine, all right, are you really being authentic to yourself? You can't lay back in the cut no more, okay? That could also be what's halting this connection. For some of you, your heart is your light, right? The necessary downloads that you need, you're going to have to tap into your heart space, right? But the only way that you could do that, like Unikite, is to ground down, be in a space of complete surrender. It doesn't mean stop, right? It doesn't mean nurture the path or the connections that you already have. It just means stop forcing it. Stop forcing the outcome. Okay? Just chill, right? Be in this space of taking care of you. For some of you, it's just waiting for things to come to you, because here in the outcome position, right, we have the aragonite, right? The aragonite, again, it's a grounding stone. It's also known as the teddy bear stone, right? Often good with children, resting and sleep. For some of y'all really need to sleep. Okay, that's one of your main problems. You can't get the answers that you need because you can't tap into what you need to do because you're not sleeping. And I know that for some of us, it's very easier said than done, because shit, spirit be spiriting. Okay, and spirit don't have no time clock. So definitely look into that. Give yourself some time to rest. Get away from the mundane if you can. Right? If you could take a day off and just not do anything and just rest, that's what you're being encouraged to do. Okay. But I'm going to be honest, a lot of the hard work is already done. Right? especially in the emotional aspect, it's fairly clear, because this is showing me like you're diving deeper, right? So you know what it is that you want, right? Your heart space, it's clearing, right? But it's not cleared, if that makes any sense. Okay, but tapping into your authenticity, keep challenging yourself, right? And some of that is going to come through some aspect of creativity, because this honey calcite is strong and it's giving me solar plexus energy, seriously, even though it's also associated with root and sacral. Okay, and so let me pull a couple of cards with this for you guys, but this is pretty self-explanatory. So let me see, we're going to use the traditional Italian fortune tarot. So I really like this deck. Okay, let's see. So Spirit, give us a couple of cards here. Okay, to go along with this reading. What's some advice that we can give to the reader? Okay. Oh, okay, so we got the Three of Swords. Okay, so definitely that goes right back into your mental aspect, your mental space, like feeling like things are every which way. Okay, calm down. It's the energy that I'm getting. You're so hyper focused on one thing, or for some of y'all, let me put it down this way. You're kind of hyper focused on one thing, right? Or not being enough of one thing, right? So for some of you, I'm hearing like you're so future focused that you're missing the ideals or the glory of the present, right? So calm down and get out of your own way. You're stressing yourself out unnecessarily, right? Remember, everything is on divine timing, okay? And I know that's annoying. I do. But we can't really force things. At the end of the day, Spirit is going to have their way, whether we wanted to or not. We're not in charge of this thing, right? And then we have, here we go again. You have the Knight of Pentacles on top of that. Could also be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, okay? Now with this, I'm also hearing show me the money. So it's Thanksgiving. So it could be an issue in terms of maybe like some contracts that may be going awry, or you wanting to step further out business wise, and it's just not clicking. It's not firing on all cylinders as of yet. But these things take time. For some of you, I feel like this financial, right, desire, it's going to come through in the form of maybe another partnership, something to that effect. Okay, now because I'm seeing him holding looks like a picture of a woman, right? Not necessarily a coin. For some of you out there, this is going to be a romantic partnership that it's going to garner the necessary fortunes. So you kind of have to get into a space of surrender. Okay, that doesn't mean stop doing what you're currently doing, right? But there's a reason why this thing hasn't gone forward as of yet. It's almost like the other half, right, of the business, if that makes any sense. Not necessarily the brains of the operation, let me say that, right? But there's a key component here with this other person that has to come through, because we have the Five of Pentacles as well. And so for some of you, like, you have this concept of family, okay? When I see this Five of Pentacles, maybe you've been dealing with family that's old news, right? Bad news. For some of you, it's you're so used to being the center of your family. All right. Oh, okay. Hold on. There's a lot going on here. Yeah. It's giving you're so used to being the center of your family, right? Or having to be the one that shows up. That's why this one particular image right here, she's the biggest image, right? There's a lot of maybe people relying on you. And this doesn't just have to be a feminine, okay? This could be a masculine. You're used to other people depending on you, and you kind of stuck yourself in that loop too, right? So for some of you, you're coming to a crossroads. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that crossroads is what or how do you want this next cycle of your life to go? Like, if you're going to have people dependent on you, are you still going to allow the people that frankly are part of this old cycle, right? Are you trying to be present for that, or you want to go into the new? Part of going into the new is trusting Spirit to guide you where it is that you need to go, right? For some of you, this may be your desire to have a family of your own, right? And all of that is coming for you, friend. Okay. But you have to be able to set clear intentions. And also, I'm also hearing firmer boundaries. Okay. Especially when it comes to what's already done, the old. Because the way I'm seeing is, it's like past, this is future, and then there's present. But you have all this negative space in the present. Okay. So tend to you in the present. Like, the best thing I could say is, again, we're not in control of this. So tend to what you want in the present, right? Think about that. Think about you. What do you want to do right now? What drives your soul? Okay. Not what other people want you to do. What do you want to do? Right. But in order to do that, you have to ground down, be quiet. Okay. And either when you choose, right? Because I'm looking at this frame around her, but this kind of reminds me of a cycle, right? So you're clearing out repetitive cycles, right? But spirit is on your side with this, is the energy that I'm getting. Okay. All right, give me one more card, spirit, and then we're going to cap this off because this is getting a little long. There we go. We got the Ace of Wands. Okay. So again, that goes right back into your creativity, right? Your passion. And then you're going through a serious stage of personal growth. Okay. When I see that wand here, all this is growth, these leaves. So you're not the same person that you used to be, and that's okay. So you don't have to stick with the old, and you also don't have to, how can I say this? You don't have to advertise that you are not the same person anymore either, right? The shit that you don't want to deal with, you do not have to, and you don't owe anybody any explanation about that, okay? You have grown from old habits, old patterns of behavior, but you owe it to yourself, right? To stand in this newness and shine, just like the stars is pointing out here. Like, you owe that to yourself. All right. I'm also hearing, like, what's that song from Tangled, where she sings the song every time her hair grows? And I think something about that where she says, let your starlight shine, or something like that. So yeah, again, it goes back into giving yourself the opportunity to rest, recuperate, tap into your creativity with whatever comes to you in the moment, right? Either speak on it or write it down. And that's how you're going to really, really, really kind of get the direction that you truly want to go into, okay? But don't force it. This is not that time. Remember, we are still in the dying months, right? So everything is clearing away. We're also going into retrograde. Well, we're in retrograde right now, right? So a lot of these old lessons are going to come up. You're going to have old people coming back into your life trying to see what's up. You know, Mercury retrograde is big for that. And you see, I'm stuttering. So, the communication factor. Yeah. Okay. Be easy with yourself during this time. What you want is still coming, right? And it's like it's destined for you, right? But you don't have to fight against the current for what's already belongs to you. This is about enjoying yourself in the present moment and getting acquainted with who you are now. And that's all, right? Could also be some Leo energy here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. And again, I keep hearing Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be Aquarius, Moon, Rising, or Sun. And when I'm thinking about mermaids, could be Cancer, Pisces. Okay, we got stars. So you could be star seed. So definitely keep getting strong solar plexus energy. Okay. So I would say, along with those signs and zodiacs, do some grounding. So do some root chakra meditation. You may find your answers there. Some solar plexus meditation specifically. And then, of course, we have some rose quartz. I wouldn't just say heart chakra. I would say higher heart chakra. For some of you, the answers are going to come when you're silent. being in that space of complete surrender. And that's how you're going to get your answers. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here, guys. I sincerely hope you all enjoyed this reading. Do me a favor. If you've never been here before, hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you know that anytime Hush steps into the room. If you guys enjoyed this bone casting, do me a favor. Leave me a comment below and I really appreciate it. But signing out for now, I want to say happy holidays to you guys. May the mac and cheese be hitting. May the greens be greening. And may your turkey be moist. All right. Mwah. Love you.